What can Bill Belichick and his girlfriend teach us about relationships? Grab that stick, grab your drink. Let's get into this thing right now.
Hot beat, smoke it, drink it down. Your voice, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you, and y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real Stick God Jeff, man. Y'all do me a favor. Get down in the description, man. Support the channel. Make sure you mash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for notifications. Also, make sure y'all go over to my newly launched channel for all y'all church people who tired of church. Jeff Sunday Service is now live and direct. Go ahead and check me out. For all y'all who need a special shout out on the birthday or any special day, look down in the description. I'm on Cameo now. Y'all get down there, man. I'll give a shout out to that special someone for any special event, man. And y'all know tonight we talking about what Bill Belichick and his girlfriend can teach us about relationships. So y'all know whenever I'm talking about situations like this, I bring in my resident imbalanced relationship expert so she can help provide us with some insight. provide us with some insight into these imbalanced relationships, man. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Tell y'all what she's sipping on tonight as she prepares to give y'all wisdom.
Thanks, JB, for having me back. TD Jake stepping down, but you stepping up with your Jeffs in the service.
Hey, I like that. I like that. TD Jake stepping down, but your boy stepping up. For all y'all who want, all y'all who want some revelation, going on over there to Jeff Sunday Service.
So y'all
man,
don't need to
down
know
in the
who I am. Y'all just need to know about Jeff Sunday Service and his Cameo page, or however that goes. So, I'm going to be running it back because I had to go to the ABC store again today. This was getting too low.
Oh snap!
I got to run it back again.
You ain't get it
So
up
I'm like,
yet.
I had to go. Yeah, it's something about it. It's something special. It's special. So my glass get fuller and fuller. But it's special. That's all I'm saying. That's why I told the clerk today. I said, look, man, I said, drinking for the podcast tonight. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. I said, but it's delicious. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. I'm going total wine this
Get
week.
it in your
I'm
spots.
gonna
You
ask
better
them where
put it
it
in
is.
your spots. It's Mother's Day. People want a little cookie something.
I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. I gotta
Pick
do
it for the
research
cookies.
first.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yes.
too soon.
Yes. Too soon. Y'all, I apologize, man. We ain't supposed to be having this much
Look,
fun
Bill
this early.
getting his, right? Bill Belichick getting his.
Yeah. Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm back to my nub, man. Y'all see it. My little nub Habano. It's time for me to re-up on my box. They'll probably be gone by next week. And of course, I'm drinking my mule, my Moscow mule, with Stoli Blueberry again. Y'all better go grab that Stoli Blue, that Stoli Raz, or that Stoli O. And the O stand for
And you put
orange.
that in your mule?
Put that in my mule instead of regular vodka. And y'all got to get my Fever Tree can. I stopped buying the bottles because I was wasting too much ginger beer. So I got my little
My Lord.
Fever Tree mini cans, and I'm perfectly balanced now. That's why I said Rhonda is the imbalanced relationship. A lot of y'all in these imbalanced relationships wondering what's wrong. So
Their nervous system. But that's a whole nother story.
I tell you, God, we about to break down. We about to break down this relationship. I know some of y'all like, man, Jeff, take you too long to get into stuff. But guys, look, man, we having a good time, right? Relax a little bit. Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, guys, this was a wreck this weekend. I don't think anything could have gotten worse if you watched CBS Sunday Live or if you watched any of the clips. Guys, this relationship is over. I'm going to go ahead and bring my takeaway to the front. This relationship is over. But Rhonda, like we always do, when you got the podcast topic, what did you think?
Well, I was getting ready for work early that Sunday morning. watching CBS
Y'all, that's a church reference. Early Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And this interview came on. You just hope stuff isn't as dry as he is. That's all I'm gonna say. I think.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta let Rhonda dive into that a little bit more. So you're saying his dry personality is what the problem is?
No, I just think. Well, yeah, like yes and no. He wasn't, as the young folks say, he wasn't giving. As the young folks say, giving that dot
And
dot
y'all got
dot.
to
I don't know,
understand.
whatever word you want to put there.
Yeah.
But overall, like you could tell, he's just in his I don't care phase. You could just tell he just there. But it was an interesting interview. I think he came prepared to be that way, but you could also feel the defense that was up in the room, just even through the TV.
Mm-hmm.
It felt very palpable. Like, we told you not to ask this, but then here you go asking this, and this is what you get. But he dry.
And y'all
He real
gotta
dry.
y'all
But
and
maybe
y'all
his
gotta
thing ain't.
understand.
I don't know.
We don't know, right? We don't know, but
Mm-mm.
here's what we do know, guys. We just saw where Shannon Sharp, who is in his mid to late 50s, I want to say 56, 57. Don't quote me on that. I know he's in his mid to late 50s. With this girl he's having a legal ramification with. We're not going, he's being accused of SA and that kind of thing. But this Bill Belichick issue, I think, triggers something bigger. And guys, I had articles pulled up, but y'all know what's going on. We ain't got to go through and read no articles. Y'all, if y'all listening to this podcast, Bill Belichick's girl became unlikable on Sunday, in my opinion. Everybody was already questioning whether there was a
I'm not answering
imbalance in
that.
this whole
I just did
situation.
a reenactment.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
right.
I just did a
Yeah.
reenactment.
Hey, Ron, I gotta say it. Let me tell y'all something. See, I'm about to get in trouble on my podcast right now with a lot of people. I'm about to get in trouble with a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't normally play the race card.
Mm.
If a black woman would have done that, in an interview, everybody would be talking about how black women got a bad attitude, and that's why don't nobody want to date you, and blah 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 blah. This girl at 24 years old, and the only reason we know you is because of your connection to Bill Belichick, and now you calling the shots. My question is Bill Belichick in his right mind? If one of his players did something like that, what would happen? What would happen? Matter of fact, he didn't even like his players talking to the media. So now you got this female that you with, right? We ask him, what can this situation teach us about relationships? The first thing it can teach you,
Is that
she was with you because you the coach of the of the New England Patriots. You used to be the coach of the New England Patriots. You don't let a woman take your authority. And
mm.
she just did. You don't let a woman take your authority because this man is the head coach at UNC. How many men want to follow that man when that girl just did that to him
You don't want
in the
to,
interview?
but she ate in a 24-year-old body. You don't want to follow that?
But that's the whole point.
Meaning she's 8 years
Look,
old, not she ate,
she's 8 years
as the
old.
young folks say.
Yeah, and
Not
y'all
that.
gotta understand. Rhonda know all these terms because she got the little cool children of her
They are,
clients.
yeah, they
She
are.
got the children of her clients come on her table to give it. Then they talk to Rhonda, and then Rhonda learn all the cool words, right? If y'all ever go get in Rhonda's car, she listening to the new school hip
Oh,
hop. I'm like, what
absolutely.
the hell is this?
A little bit of
Right?
everything.
Yeah, she look. But I think that she took that man's authority right in that interview. And guys, who is she to be telling me what to ask Bill Belichick?
Well,
When we just watched this man win.
and it was
Go
like a
ahead.
cue. It was like a signal. It was almost
Mm-hmm.
like she was waiting for that question to be asked. And I think Tony
Mm-hmm.
DeCopo did the best he could to bring it back to giving it a compliment. Like, hey, you're on social media and the yoga poses. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I don't follow them like that. But yes, you do, Helfer.
Yes.
Come on.
But stop right there, Ron. Look, that's my whole point. Bill Belichick showed us that, oh my God, things have changed. The Bill Belichick that ran New England for so long, that ain't the same Bill Belichick no more. Now y'all got to remember, Bill Belichick used to have a wife that was his age. Then they got divorced after the whole New England Patriots thing when when they started losing. Y'all got to remember, as y'all watch the Boston Celtics series against the Magic, just remember, this is the same Bill Belichick who used to sit courtside with the ex-wife. And if she would have done something like this, it would have been unheard of. Because Bill Belichick, now, guys, he ain't the same Bill Belichick that we know. And this girl is showing you who's running everything behind the scenes. That's my part with her, Ron. How the hell you gonna tell me what question I can answer? You talking to me?
Well,
What do you think, Ron?
I mean, listen, you could tell maybe somebody didn't do something that morning. I don't know. I don't know what the routine is. He's of a certain age. He probably got a routine now. He probably got a routine to get up and get out the bed, right? Like I don't know when this interview was actually done. So maybe some. I'm just saying, man. I felt like she was over there pouting. I felt like she was over there in the corner pouting, waiting to be asked, but also did not want to be asked. Okay, which one? Which one is? So is that not like dealing with the kid? Is that not dealing with someone who is just like, okay? So I don't know. And even more defensive when he said, "So how did y'all meet?" We're not answering that. Yeah,
We ain't answering
because
that.
you know where you met.
We ain't answering that. But Rhonda, this is my whole point.
Allegedly or not.
Bill Belichick is a 6-time winning Super Bowl winning championship.
Mm-hmm.
He's now with this 24-year-old girl, and Bill Belichick looks so out of place based on what we know about him. Okay, guys, based on what we know about him, Bill Belichick. Once this girl started talking, nobody cared about what he had to say anymore, and he's more concerned with protecting her or following her. And what that tells me is this relationship already over. Bill Belichick has no authority in this relationship. If I'm Carolina, I'm figuring out how I can get out of this contract right now.
But maybe that's what he's used to. And
Seriously.
maybe that's what he wants at this point in his life. I don't know how the ex-wife
No,
was.
but Rhonda, I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring it up too. What if this has been Bill Belichick the whole time behind the scenes?
Behind the scene, everybody
But we got,
different behind the scene.
we got project. We
Everybody.
looking at the football coach. We looking right, right, guys. Who you are at home and who you are in
Mm-hmm.
your profession may be two different people.
Mm-hmm. Because it is.
Guys, I can tell you. Look, Ronnie, look. When I saw Bill Belichick looked like the emperor with no clothes on. That look, ain't nobody gonna want to buy that book now. She just released another email trying to blame it on CBS for what happened.
Oh, really?
This
I
thing is
hadn't seen
ugly,
that.
guy. Yes. And she's trying to justify, defend, and explain.
He still
And
don't like. He still
anytime
don't
your
like
girl,
Robert Kraft.
yes, right. She's trying to justify, defend, and explain because guess what? He ain't talking to her right now. Because the moment Tom Brady became the show in New England, it's time to get rid of Tom Brady.
And you don't know what Carolina said.
Yes.
You don't know what Carolina said after that interview. Is that what they
Carolina.
is that like, hey, like let's be known for something else other than that? He's so different from
Yes.
Mac Brown.
Yes. Carolina. I already told y'all when he got the job. Y'all can go back and look through the playlist, right? When Bill Belichick got the job, I said that man is not going to be able to sit down in living rooms in the South, in the hood. And now they just watch as this girl
Not if she there.
took
Even if
over.
she wasn't there, but yeah, especially now that she there.
Look, but it appears that he has to bring her with him everywhere because now you don't see Bill Belichick by himself.
What black mama you know gonna let that happen in her house with all them black
Look,
players that's on Carolina team? And I yes, I put
if
it out
them, bruh, yes, right? Because guys, we got to talk about the race component, right? That's why I bring the whole Shannon Sharp. That's why I bring the whole Shannon Sharp in it. When you gonna deal with somebody in a different generation than you to this extreme, you better know you not getting them to come to you. You gonna have to eventually go down to them. It don't ever work where that person starts acclimating to you. You have to acclimate to them. See, Rhonda, that's why I'm telling you. If I'm Carolina right now, how can we get out of this contract? This man is washed. Bill Belichick is washed. Everything we thought about Bill Belichick already took a hit when Tom Brady came back here to Tampa and won, and he couldn't win again once Tom Brady left, and none of those players wanted to come play for him, right? He got a pass for that. We still living off these 6 Super Bowl rings. Now we just watched this woman emasculated
Well,
right
it make
here on
it,
national TV
but it also makes you wonder, why did you take the Carolina job? Why
because no NFL
and
team
why did
wanted
you
her.
write the book? Everybody knows if you're on a certain level with your books that you're going to promote it somehow, some way. Pretty sure that may be a part of the contract when you write a book. Like you gotta,
Ronda, the rumor, the run. You got to go do your media tour.
yeah.
You got to do. You've been writing this book before you met her. Now you done met this girl, and y'all want to be everywhere. But guess what? Nobody wants to talk to Bill Belichick without this girl. Just like nobody wants to play football with him without Tom Brady.
Like I didn't know he was
Bill,
one of those coaches though that didn't give pep talks. I didn't know that until he did the
no,
interview.
he
But
don't do none of that.
again, I
He
wasn't
don't do
a
none.
Patriots fan,
Oh,
So
I'm a Patriots fan. I can show y'all the
which
picture. You
one?
know, me and Robert Kraft.
Which
You know,
Patriot?
I can show y'all the picture.
And so it was. But no, but seriously, I just think if that's the vibe he's trying to bring to Carolina, I don't know how long that's gonna last, contract or no contract. I just don't know how long it's gonna
It,
last, or
it's
maybe
over.
it's gonna last all right because of the state our country's in. It may be all right. Him being blunt and dry and
No,
protective.
not gonna happen. Not gonna happen in North Carolina. Not gonna happen in North Carolina. And he better not bring that girl now
Oh, he gonna bring
into
her.
any black household.
Oh, not
If he
no,
bring that girl into any black household to recruit for Carolina, after them black mamas
not
just
any
seen
black
that,
household. A black household with a black mama,
uh-huh.
because we
It's
know
true,
it's a
right?
lot of other ways out there.
Guys, I'm telling you, if
It has
I'm
to be
if
a black
I'm
mama house.
Carolina,
Yeah.
if I'm Carolina, you got to get rid of Bill Belichick right now. Ain't nobody saying it. Ain't nobody saying it. That man got stripped of his manhood. He got stripped of his authority. And the only thing people talking about when they should be talking about your book is her.
But
And
that's
all those
generational too.
recruits.
I think it's generational too. I think his generation will not. They rather handle stuff off camera. They're not going to address something like on camera.
Can't do
You
that now
know,
though. Because Dion, guys, shout out Dion Sanders.
different
Dion Sanders
generation.
has changed the game on how people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Dion Sanders has changed how these college coaches got to deal with the media. Once Dion started doing it, why y'all think Bill Belichick's sitting out here? Because at the end of the day, all that recruiting people thought he was going to do, he got to get out here and promote this book. He got to get out and bring. Because guess what, guys? He only went to Carolina trying to leverage getting a football position in the NFL. So Carolina made him an offer. He had to take it because no other NFL team wants to give him a job. Y'all got to remember when he left New England. Remember, this is why he don't like Bill Belichick. Remember, before Atlanta hired Raheem Morris, right? Atlanta was going to look at, Arthur Blank, right? He was looking at hiring Bill Belichick, and Robert Kraft said, "Don't do it." I think we seeing why now.
That's what I'm saying.
I think we see.
In that interview, when Robert Kraft's name was brought up, he said you have him nowhere in the book. You didn't even mention him at all in your book.
Mm-hmm.
We're real good. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Robert Kraft said you were fired. And I mean,
Yes.
it was like he
Yes.
trying to pull it out, but he ain't gonna give him nothing because the girl
Guys,
gave
let me tell y'all
everything. The
why.
girl gave again. She was giving. She gave everything
Yes. The
to
girl
overshadow his
is
book.
enjoying. Yes, the girl is enjoying the spotlight she getting. Robert Kraft's professional career is officially over. Now, y'all hear me say it all the time. I learned this a long time ago. Quit happening long before stop occurs. That relationship, the beginning of the end, happened on Sunday. Bill Belichick is being in the news, and they're not talking about 6 Super Bowl rings.
Or the book.
They're not talking about coaching prowess or the book. They talking about this girl
Pouting.
who just ripped him of his manhood, pouting. And anytime she looked at him, and the interviewer
Elder
was like,
abuse.
am I talking to the same guy that coached Tom Brady? What are we talking about? What does he teach you about relationships, guys?
Don't do it.
If that woman
Oh.
take your authority publicly, that relationship over. That that Bill Belichick has no respect in a Southern household in Carolina now. Y'all, they gonna have to get rid of him.
I don't
They
know
gonna
if
have to
they'll
get
get
rid of
rid
him.
of them. I think somehow they'll smooth it over. Um, I think somehow they'll, but I'm sure he had a talking to, as they say. I'm sure he had a talking to.
Carolina pulled him in and said, "What the hell is this? What the hell is this?" And I'm gonna tell y'all this: this girl just saw the Shannon Sharp playbook. Bill Belichick is stuck because this girl
Oh,
knows the
you know
body where the
something on
bodies are
tape.
buried.
You know something on tape. You
She
know
knows
something.
something on it's something on tape.
Yes.
She got something on him. Allegedly now. I'm just giving y'all my opinion. Don't sue us. Right? There's a reason why Pat
As
McAfee
they
say
say,
don't sue
right?
us. We
Sue your
gonna just
mama. Is that what people say now?
I told y'all she need to start hanging out with them young folks. Right? The number one thing, guys, Bill Belichick that I saw on Sunday. I couldn't believe it was happening, guys. I couldn't believe I had just finished recording my Jeff Sunday service message. And guys, I'm watching this and I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Is Bill Rhonda just said elder abuse, and I'm sitting here
Just
like,
playing. I just
has
threw that
Bill
out there because I think it should be talked
has
about.
Bill Belichick lost his faculties, and this girl knows it.
Well,
When did
faculties
Bill
or not,
Belichick need a handler?
that was inappropriate.
When did Bill Belichick need a handler? This man's got up. This man had how many press conferences in the NFL for how many years? He never had to send nobody to talk for.
I just knew it made me stop. It literally, I was like I said, I was getting ready, and it made me stop and watch it. I was like, hold on, let me watch this because did this just happen? It was,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
And I'm gonna tell y'all guys, y'all know I don't. Y'all know. Look, I ain't no hater. I know. I'm gonna tell you who I've been waiting for. At the time of this recording, I've been waiting for Cam Newton's take on that. I
uh,
can't wait for Cam to talk about Bill Belichick because when Cam went to New England, Cam said New England didn't give him a fair shake. Cam said New England didn't give him a fair shake, right? That the playbook they had and all this kind of stuff. I'm waiting for Cam's take. I'm waiting for 4th and 1 or whatever he put it on because I know Cam got a touch on this. And if look, what we just saw to Bill Belichick. Don't take your relationship public if y'all ain't getting along in private. Don't take your relationship public if what we think about you publicly is different in private. Y'all want to know what we're going to learn about relationship? If you treat me like that in private, I damn sure ain't going to no interview. And look at how she was dressed, guys. Leggings and a sweater.
oh, hold on now.
Back there behind the computer.
Leg up.
I'm like, what is happening here?
Like, try me. Try me.
Rhonda, we talked about, look, guys, look, this is why last week, no, not last week. Or was it last week? Rhonda and I talked about the Michelle Obama and Barack Obama divorce. Was that last week
That
or
was
2 weeks
Tracy
ago?
Ellis and Shannon Sharp, but it mainly
We
was
did Tracy Ellis and
Shannon
Shannon
Sharp.
Sharp. Previous week,
It's
we
mainly
talked about
Shannon.
Michelle Obama. Remember, Rhonda, we were talking about Michelle Obama and Barack Obama.
Unfortunately, yes.
And how many rules black people got before we show up at a place? How come that conversation didn't take place before they got to the interview?
Why do we gotta?
So we ain't gonna
But
do.
we know the stark difference is when you ask questions like that. You know the stark difference with that.
Bruh. I said Shannon Sharp, and not Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick. I think they're in the same position.
But he's not gonna be taken
I
down
think
though. He's not gonna be taken
yes, he
down.
will.
Nah,
Yes, he
he'll be
will.
fine.
Rhonda, it's coming.
He'll be
Let me
fine.
tell you why, Rhonda. Go look. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Rhonda, look, I wasn't gonna do
No,
this,
you don't have to.
but we got to
Why
share
are you
this
gonna bring
screen.
that
No,
up?
no, we got to share this screen. We got to share these screens. I got to share this with y'all. Come on over here, y'all. Come on over here, to people. Jordan Hudson reveals email conversations with Bill Belichick before disastrous
What?
CBS interview. Rhonda, that came
Straight.
out today. I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
reading the title.
Did
Can
I
you
do
see
the
it?
high pitch?
Yes. Guys, this came out today at 2:41.
So
Right?
who was this Jordan Reynolds? Who was that?
Jordan Hudson
Oh,
is the
Hudson. I'm
girlfriend.
sorry. Oh, that's the
Yes,
name?
Jordan Hudson is the
Oh,
girlfriend.
that's the name.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yes, guys. The
Again.
highlights. Jordan Hudson is sharing emails from boyfriend Bill Belichick about his frustration with promoting his new memoir. Hudson's post comes in the aftermath of Bill Belichick's uncomfortable interview with CBS Sunday Morning on April 27th, in which she shut down questions about their relationship. Hudson said they'll release a full statement later Tuesday. Now, guys, at the time of this recording, I don't have the full statement.
Oh.
In the aftermath of the awkward interview with CBS, his girlfriend Jordan Hudson is sharing emails from the longtime coach. Amid backlash from viewers after Hudson 24 shut down a question during the interview on April 27th about how she and Belichick met, the former college cheerleader took to Instagram with a couple of screenshots. Full statement to be released later today, alongside a screenshot of an email from Belichick to what appear to be his book's publishers, explaining his concerns over promotion for his new memoir, The Art of Winning, Lessons from a Life of Football. Belichick seemed upset in the email about an article that focused more on his admission that he effed up in the Super Bowl over the 260 plus pages of other topics in the book. Now, this is about what I expected from the media, Belichick wrote. I have at times reluctantly gone along with the title cover and language in the book. I'm not going to be the conductor of a hype train in this book promotion. We have enough hype to work with. Belichick appeared to sign off on the email writing, I hope we can get on the same page and promoting the book authentically. The email is dated April 10th, 2.5 weeks before his CBS Sunday morning interview. Guys, I'm gonna link this. Y'all can read the email. In the second slide, she posted a screenshot of a video in her camera roll.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing visible is the video thumbnail or two sets of shoes on grass and a timestamp showing the video is 35 minutes and 59 seconds long. She tagged CBS Morning Instagram account and Tony Dokopil, am I pronouncing that right? The journalist who conducted the interview. Belichick's CBS interview took a turn for the worse when DeCopel, who described Hudson as a constant presence during their conversation, asked the Tar Heels' new head coach how he and his girlfriend met. We not talking about this,
Oh,
Hudson
that's what
said.
they say. Mm-hmm.
As DeCopel turned to her and asked, no. Okay? No, she doubled down, making a visible, awkward moment in the interview studio. In a voiceover during Sunday morning segment, DeCopel moves on from the awkward pause by stating, it's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on. Belichick did, however, respond to one of the questions regarding Hudson. I've never been too worried about what everyone else thinks, he said, when asked about the public interest in the couple. And he just tries to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right. Despite the couple refusing to talk about how they met during the CBS interview, Hudson has shared information on social media about how she met Belichick. In an Instagram post on February 11th, Hudson celebrated her meet-anniversary with her boo and shared a photo of the textbook he signed when they first crossed paths. Thanks for giving me a course on logic. Safe travels, he wrote in her book with his signature, including all of his Super Bowl wins. Rhonda, you've seen that article. You don't want to believe that it's over.
So hold on. So yeah, because help me understand that then, because maybe I misunderstood. So they wanted to go into the interview not talking about how they met. That was an off the limits question.
He wanted it to be about the book. He didn't want it to be about the hype of anything else going on in his life. He wanted it to be about the book. He was already mad that people were talking about he admitted he effed up a Super Bowl victory. But now, Rhonda, that's why he was like, no, I want y'all to talk about the things I want to talk about. That's why he wrote the email. And I'm going to link this video. I'm going to link these articles in the description, guys. Y'all will be able to read the email yourself. But I said it's over. See, one of the things, guys, this happened 2 weeks ago.
Which is typical how
And
stuff does in TV, right? They gonna air it after they edit it and do all the things.
And guys, I was under the impression they met when he flew first class on a plane and she sat beside. That's how I thought they met. But now, guys, there's rumors online that this might be the same situation, possibly, as Shannon Sharp and his accuser.
But he ain't go to no jail. Well, hold on. I don't know that man life.
Right? I ain't talking about how they met. I'm talking
Oh.
about the setup. I'm talking about the setup of the relationship. He was at the spring game for Carolina. She was on the field.
Oh, was that how it was?
Right?
So they real recent.
This
like
is real recent.
Within the past year.
Guys, if you find yourself in a situation like that, y'all want the takeaway you gonna get from this podcast tonight, it's already over.
Was she about
Bill Belichick ain't putting up with that. This is
you don't
if
think
Bill
so?
Belichick puts up with it.
Because he put up with it in the interview, or the way they edited it. It looked like he put up with it.
That's my point. They edited it. I can only imagine how bad the raw footage is. Now, y'all got to understand, this is why CBS is in trouble. Because they're known for editing stuff.
Oh, God, no, we ain't going there.
Yeah, no. My point to you is, I think the raw interview needs to be released. If I'm Bill Belichick, Rhonda, the way this thing look,
I bet it ain't too much off. Either he's scared of that girl or she got something on him.
I think she got something on him.
the Bill Belichick off the field is probably different than what we saw in it. Because I don't know how many interviews he actually gives. I don't know if that's been his thing over
Brother,
the years. I don't know.
brother, what can we learn from relation? What can we learn from relationships? These two ain't got nothing in
Or
common.
don't do it.
They look right. They look you in it now. So Ron, look, they don't have nothing in common, Ron.
No,
They don't have nothing.
they have one of the things in common. Two, if you include yoga.
No, he got forced to do that. He don't know what the hell he doing. I'm starting to think Bill Belichick is not in his right mind. That dude looks so uncomfortable. He looked like a person who was getting older and needed that person as
And
his
his granddaughter
comfort.
was there to help him out.
Yes, yes, like somebody familiar. Familiar. Y'all go Google the word familiar,
No, there you go.
right? I'm telling you, Rhonda, it's over. And guys, let me tell y'all like this: relations are already hard. Relationships are already hard. When you dealing with some ish like this, it's even harder when generations separate you. And guys, this right here, no man. If every man, let's say every man wanted a younger woman, okay, bet. Don't no man want to look like Bill Belichick looked in that interview. That is just horrible. And I'm surprised nobody from Bill Belichick's family is saying it's time for us to step in. There's something going on with Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, there's something going on with Bill Belichick.
So has he? Well,
Ron,
he
when
said
I
he's
saw
not
that,
on social media like that. Is he posting stuff? You think?
no, because she controlled everything. Look, guys, everybody knows if you went to the media again over Bill Belichick kept all this stuff in house. How many times we watched Tom Brady say on to San Diego, on to LA, on to Philly, on to the Jets? You don't talk. Now this girl releasing your email. Y'all think the Bill Belichick we came to know,
Again, that
right?
generation, we know they vault keepers. They put it in the
Mm-hmm.
vault. They ain't gonna take it out unless
Yeah,
it's
dog.
absolutely necessary. And even then, they gonna question it.
Guys, I'm telling y'all right now, I ain't got no proof, and I'm just making a prognostication. I'm not saying it's true. I don't think this is any different than the Shannon Sharp and the Shannon Sharp situation. And what I'm telling y'all is, you gonna get with these young people. If you're an older woman getting with a young man, or if you're an older man getting with a young woman, Rhonda just said it. How did she have access to this email? How she got access to this email?
Maybe it
Did
was a
he copy
Shadua
her
Sanders
in?
prank call situation. Maybe it was just out.
Rhonda, look, it might be. Look,
Okay.
does she have control of his phone, his email, all this stuff? How does she send that? How does did Bill copy it? Why is the stuff flowing through her? Guys, I'm telling you, has Bill Belichick lost it? Has Bill Belichick lost it, man? This ain't the Bill Belichick we know, Ron. This ain't the Bill Belichick we
Again,
know.
we don't do again, right? We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You touch a certain place on people, they never forget it. You got it. You know, you'd have been there before. You'd have been there, done that.
No, ain't
You'd have
nobody,
turned some people out.
ain't nobody,
Used to
I ain't
turn
touch
some
nobody,
young ladies
and I
out
ain't
back in the
turned
day
nobody out.
with your
Hey, yo,
charm.
if y'all need deliverance, go over to Jeff Sunday service. Don't, yeah, I'm a pastor now.
Oh Lord, in name only.
Yep, it's always the closest one to you. It's always the closest.
Oh my goodness. You gonna make Chapel
It's always the
Grove? You gonna
closest
make
one to
Chapel
you.
Grove proud?
Yes. Jeff, show me your paperwork. I ain't got it. No, go finish your finish your thought. Sorry.
No, no. That was basically it. I just don't. We don't know what's happening with them behind closed doors. It just her aggressiveness just made it just more suspect than anything genuine or authentic about their relationship. That's that's what I picked up from it. I don't know if it was because Mars
Rhonda,
was opposite of Pluto. Hell, I don't know. I just picked up that it wasn't that something
guys,
wasn't
the
lining up.
reason why the reason why I say Bill Belichick is going to be resigning from Carolina is because this girl is making it worse. That email made it worse. Why do we need to see that? If anything, you move on. When you had a bad game in the NFL, what did you do? All right, man, done with that. We on to the next week. When did Bill Belichick start justifying, defending, and explaining? And I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why I think it's a Shannon Sharp situation. I ain't talking about the acts that Shannon Sharp is being accused of doing. I'm talking about the transactional nature of it. This girl is afraid she's about to lose the money. This girl is trying to protect the goose that laid the golden egg, and that's why she's taking over. Bill Belichick ain't there, guy. Bill Belichick ain't. There is no way the Bill Belichick we know allows this to happen. And this girl is now his power of attorney.
Unless he's in love. Unless he's quote unquote
Okay. But guess what?
in love.
Look, Rhonda, if I'm in love with you, you will become my de facto power of attorney. Now, I ain't saying she the official power of attorney. Where's Bill Belichick? Here's the thing, guys. Where's Bill Belichick's agent?
Where's his kids? Does he have kids?
Look, no. You get something like that. You get a little young feeling like that. You got to cut everything
Is
off.
that what we calling it? In this unbalanced or imbalanced?
Imbalance.
All of it. In, out. That's what we call it.
Guys, it's over. Why is the man's agent not talking? Why is Carolina not coming out talking? Guys, it's over. She's trying to prove that it wasn't them that was the problem. But guys, who you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes? If you saw this video, and let me tell y'all why. That man didn't want to talk about Robert Kraft. Why did he want to talk about Robert Kraft? If you ever specialize in elder care, don't trigger. Don't trigger, or this man about to go crazy. This man is about
and he
to
asked them
go
2 separate questions.
crazy.
2.
Yes, guys, it's guys.
But that's how Tony DeCopo interviews, though. That's how he interviews. You be like, you shut up sometimes. That's all.
No. And look, guys, let me tell y'all this. He's a good interviewer. Nobody's calling out his credentials as an interviewer.
So
That's
she's
what
the
makes
only
it
one
bad.
calling it disastrous.
Yes.
That's why I was like, who is Jordan? Who is Jordan?
She's
So
calling it disastrous, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick don't know what's happening. Bill Belichick doesn't know what happened. Your agent is not coming out talking about you, right? This is on People Magazine, guys. This is on People.com.
Well, it just shouldn't be about her. It should be about his book. That's what people should come away with.
Guys.
Like
And when
Gayle
your
King
relationship,
interviewed Tina Knowles.
fellas,
You
ladies,
talking about the
if your
matriarch.
person, absolutely, right? Guys, what can we learn about relationships? If your significant other just ruined the credibility at your job, guys, that ain't no relationship no more. You being held
So
hostage.
how we gonna eat?
Bill Belichick. Say it again, Ron.
That's how we gonna eat.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all gotta understand, man. We grew up in North Carolina. We grew up in the South, bruh. You don't act up around nobody at my mama's job. You don't act up around anybody who paying my daddy to do some work. Y'all, we can't mess this up. Guys, this thing is over. And I think right now, Bill Belichick cannot put the genie back in the bottle. Why is this girl releasing an email from you? Right? Take your L and move on. I just did a video on Shador Sanders.
Is what you're saying.
It's an email that he wrote.
It's an email that
and
he
she's
wrote.
releasing it to show people. In her mind, she's thinking, let me show y'all that they're not doing what they said they were going to do.
Let me stand up for
You
Bay.
release this email. You don't.
Hold on, that ain't what they call it.
Over here.
Let me stand. It ain't Bay no more. What is it? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what they call it. Y'all get that in the comments. Let us know what y'all think. But I'm telling y'all right now, guys.
My man. That's what it is.
I just did a video on Shador Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
And I said about Shador, okay, you messed up. Right? Now you got to fix it. If what they're saying about you is true, now you got to fix it. Well, okay, Shador went to the club, flashed $1 million in his Louis boxes and all this stuff. Okay, cool, I get it.
What, recently?
But now you're going to have to go in. Recently,
okay.
He did it on Saturday night.
Okay.
Club in Dallas.
Okay.
And so I'm saying to y'all that I'm more concerned with this girl. I'm not hearing from Bill Belichick's agent at the time of this recording. This girl is trying to control the narrative. And Rhonda said something earlier. These kids live in this vault mentality, right? So when she started seeing that people were not praising her and people were questioning their love and why are they together? Because they look completely out of place, Rhonda. We can agree with that, right?
Absolutely.
How do you know you with the wrong person? Y'all want to learn something about relationships? How you know you with the wrong person?
How you know?
When y'all look like a mess when y'all out in public. How you know? What's the first question I got? How y'all meet? Right?
Yeah.
Because y'all look so out of place together. You don't look out of place individually, but together you look out of place.
Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely wasn't a good look. I mean, just seeing it on TV when they would flash back and forth, or
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and again, I don't. I'm assuming this is his first book.
I think it is his first book. This
I
is
don't know if
look, guys.
that's
We all
what
know
you want to have out there attached to it. You
Bill
know?
Belichick has never been a media guy. He's right about that. Guys, something's going on in this relationship, and I think the walls are about to come closing in. When the reason why I wanted to talk about this is how we can talk about how it affects regular people relationships. Because we're no different. We just don't. We're just not popular, right? That's the difference. Everybody go through. Everybody go through the same stuff. We're looking at Shannon Sharp getting a younger girl. Look at what's happening. Bill Belichick's life is about to come crumbling down, and I'm telling y'all right now, in the South, in the South, Bill Belichick got a problem. Because, and I hate to say it, if this is the girl that's going to be the face of Bill Belichick, Carolina didn't pay $10 million a year for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me tell y'all,
Or he need to be in
Carolina
church,
knows.
or he need to be in somebody's church. Then this would get approved
Look,
all day long.
we ain't seen Bill Belichick go to one church in North Carolina.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If Bill Belichick had been to church,
Mm,
Bill Belichick gonna
don't
have to
do it.
go. Rhonda, let me tell you this. Let me ask you this, guys, for everybody who watch. Do you think Bill Belichick can fix this? Because we talking about relationship. What do you think Bill Belichick can do to fix
I
this?
don't know how much of it is he is to fix. Because in the interview to me, he was very upfront. He was blunt as far as what I'm not going to answer, what I will
Mm-hmm.
answer. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how much of it is for him to fix. Tony DeCoppel did what he did as an interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to ask questions, right? And he has the
Yep.
right to
Yep.
not answer them or what have you. Um, but if but when you go the extra to try to probably get a scoop on something or get a sound bite, or he probably got the biggest sound bite of his life out of all the stories he's done so far.
Yes. Guys, if I'm Bill Belichick, people talking about how great the interviewer was. Fair interviewer, by the way. Fair. I'm not a big CBS
Oh,
morning guy,
plus
but I watched this one
people
because I
think
knew.
Tony DeCoppel is fine. Like he,
Right,
yeah,
right. So
like
yeah, look,
and
guys,
sometimes
y'all
like
got to give him his
if
props.
you cute or easy on the eyes, you get a pass.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Oh Lord,
I
there
know.
you go. Ain't nobody.
Look, guys, I'm gonna tell you like this: a poor frog that won't praise his own pond. Poor frog that won't praise his own pond. Right? I'm easy on the eyes for everybody, but I'm easy on the eyes, at least for some people. I'm assuming. Ain't nobody got down in the comments and told me I'm ugly. Y'all done told me I got a big stomach, but y'all ain't told me
Y'all
ain't
stay off
nobody
his
told me I
stomach.
was ugly
Everybody
yet.
got something.
Yes, everybody. That's my winter covering. I just ain't shared it yet.
No Lord.
My point to you guys is, if you're Bill Belichick, it's over. They're talking about the interviewer. He did a good job. They're not talking about you or your book. And ain't nobody gonna want to see a man who's been emasculated
And the art of
on
winning
national
didn't
TV.
show up in that interview. The
Yeah,
art of
bruh.
winning
You
didn't
you
show up.
you know art of winning, bruh. Ain't no
Yeah, it
art of
didn't
winning.
show up,
And some of
unfortunately,
y'all,
in that interview.
let me tell
Because
you
I really
guys,
thought I was
in
going to hear about the book.
relationships,
I really thought I was going to hear about the book until
guys,
no,
this is the worst.
really.
Yes. Once that girl said no,
If she was in church
nobody's buying
in
that
a
book.
black church, that would not have gone down like that.
Look, that Rhonda, that's why I know they hadn't embraced North Carolina values yet. Because even if your wife hates you in North Carolina, she know not to do that in public.
Oh
Now she
Lord,
done cussed you out in the car. She done cussed you out when y'all getting ready.
I'm talking about your
But
children,
when y'all getting up,
because that's what she sounded like.
yes, that Rhonda,
That's what she
this
sounded like.
relationship is over
Got up
now.
there and
When
didn't know
y'all
her
when y'all
part.
hear
She
us,
got up there and didn't have her Easter
didn't
roll
know
right.
her part. And guess what, guys? Because she's been raised, like Rhonda said, in the social media world, and she has no clue that it's not about her at this moment. It's not
It
about
was
her
his
at
moment.
this moment.
It was his moment.
See, guys, the publisher is going to say, guys, we can't sell no book about winning if this dude don't even run his house. Right now, I'm going to tell y'all, go to the Bible. What does it say about a man who can't run his house? He's worse than an infidel. He's worse than an infidel. This book was supposed to be used for recruiting kids to Carolina. He was going to be on a media tour. And when these boys see you get checked like this by your girl and now you're not even a story, trust me, guys, he just got somebody from Dion. He just had somebody in the transfer portal. I want to say it was Isaiah
Well, and
Augusta that
who
just
would he
came to
be
Carolina.
marketing to? Like, who do you think would buy his book?
you're marketing to the parents who have kids that are college
Well,
age that's gonna be
that's why I
ready
was
to play
wondering who
football.
is his market, like who is his
Yeah,
people, his target
yes.
market. But
That's why Dion wins, because the people who grew up watching Dion now have kids that are aged ready to go to college. So when those parents, Dion know he talking to the parent. Dion ain't talking to the kid,
yeah,
right? Dion talking to the parent. So if you're Bill Belichick right now, you got a book talking about winning. What man? What man want to let you in his living room when that just happened to you? We ain't even talking. We talking about the black mom and the star, but what happens if it's a two-parent household
and
with a
from now
black?
on, when they see her, it's like, oh,
Don't nobody, guys. That's it. Ron, did you preach it again, Ron? What'd you say?
what if she
What'd you say? What
there?
they
Like
gonna
if
do?
she, girl,
It's over, guys. The
who all over
relationship
there? Bill,
is
come on,
over.
Bill Belichick.
Who
I
all
want you
over
to come.
there?
Who all over there? If she over there,
Yeah,
no.
Bill Belichick is done, guys. Y'all are about to see Carolina is going to be making a statement because you cannot fix this. Right? The worst thing Bill Belichick has done. Who else want Bill Belichick on an interview now to talk about a book? If they're gonna get him on the interview, it's gonna be to talk about this tabloid
And is she
relationship
gonna
they
be
got now.
lurking in the background? Is
Yeah,
she gonna be lurking in
yeah.
the background? Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's just what it is. Like his dress with his sweatshirt and stuff. That didn't surprise me. I'm like, he always been
Mm-hmm.
that laid back.
Which
Like,
does.
what I'm saying? So that wasn't surprising, right? But all the other stuff, I think,
It's
it's not
over.
about owning somebody or anything like, but just know your role with where you are. That's all. Just know
Woo.
your
Now,
place.
Rhonda, that's another podcast for another day now. Rhonda told y'all ladies and y'all men, right? Know your role.
Yeah, where you
Because
no,
this
yeah,
ain't
read
just
the room. Read the room.
if your spouse is the person who everybody wants to talk to, just because y'all married don't mean osmosis kicked in.
They don't like you
You
like
need to
that.
sit
Girl,
over
they
in the
don't even
corner.
know you like that. They probably know your toes
God.
better than they know you. Or whatever, allegedly.
What? I don't know where we get on that.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know what platform.
Guys, let me tell y'all this. So many relationships are imbalanced. And I think what we're learning right now, Rhonda and I just had this conversation as we get ready to get out of here. We just had this conversation, guys, on what regular people thinking. And it's regular people that he got to recruit. Bill Belichick has lost all of his value. This will be the video that he's remembered by when they do a 30 for 30. He will never erase this. He will never erase this. Rhonda, before we get out of here, what's your takeaway for tonight?
Well, you can't control people, but be more intentional and mindful about who you choose. And don't ignore the
Yeah.
red flags, the big old red flags. When it comes to age differences and generational differences, man, it's real. It may be cute in the beginning, but it's real when the rubber meets the road and it's time to make this paper. Don't be fooling
Mm-hmm.
around. Don't let nobody mess with your paper.
Don't be, guys. And I'm gonna tell y'all my takeaway. Anybody who try to steal your shine ain't no better than this girl that Bill Belichick got. I done seen so many relationships where people like one person in the relationship, but they can't stand the person that they with. And the person that they with are mad that nobody likes them. Good people attract bad
And it
people.
stops opportunities
Good people attract bad people. Good people attract people that people don't like. And they connect to you,
because they need
and all that
validation.
happens now,
Mm-hmm.
they need validation and they need somebody to tolerate them. And good people tolerate bad people. So Bill Belichick now has lost everything because guess what? He saw something he was physically attracted to. And that's where the attraction stops. She don't understand his lifestyle. She don't understand anything he was carrying and the image he had that she just ruined with one interview. And again, guys, just because you together don't mean the relationship ain't over. And y'all know
And
what it
just because
is,
you
man.
together,
It's just
don't mean they supposed to go everywhere. Mm.
oh, that's another mess. Y'all, hey, y'all stick a pin out. That's gonna be part two.
I'm sorry, I
We ain't
couldn't
got to
help
go
it, man.
everywhere
It
together.
was in me.
We ain't got to go
Sunday
everywhere
service say
together.
get it out. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's y'all going over something. Yeah, look, guys, y'all know what it is. It's Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real cigar, Jeff. Y'all do me a favor, man. Get down in the description. Support the channel. Get the merch. Support the other channel, Jeff Sunday Service. Also, guys, get down to Cameo. Y'all want to send somebody a special greeting. Rhonda, let them know. I gotta thank my resident imbalance relationship expert. She preached for y'all tonight. Let them know where they can find you on the socials.
On Instagram at RMB LMBT.
Man, and y'all know what it is. And until next time, we gonna holler.